I'm gonna really take you behind the scenes today and show you exactly how I film aesthetically pleasing coffee videos. Starting with angle number one, I always try to do a wide angle. I'm also very well aware of what hand I'm opening with for continuity purposes, so that way when I go a little bit closer to grab the glass, I'm using the same exact hand. And the reason I start wide is because I want to evoke emotion and human connection, so that way when people see it, maybe they'll keep watching, they feel connected to me and not just the glass of coffee that I'm making. And then afterwards, I can really hone in, focus on the product, which in this case is coffee. And I'm basically just taking you through the process with me. I am telling a story visually, and I want to start that by you kind of seeing who I am and my space. I just think it's a really great way to start a video no matter what you're filming. And again, I'm telling a story, so I'm showing you everything that I'm seeing. Everything I'm focusing on mentally is what I want the camera to focus on visually, because I want you to experience this with me, and that's what makes it way more aesthetically pleasing. Also, I cannot show you a video behind the scenes without being completely real. I know I'm in my 30s, but I still climb on my counters like a freaking monkey. I need to get a step stool, and I did not film this process with my actual camera because I just wanted to pour the milk into the coffee. I didn't want to do too many angles to just kind of distract away from what I was doing, which was making you maybe crave coffee. Also, here's another fun behind the scenes. I shook up my oat milk and it went everywhere and it got really sticky, but this did come in handy later on, which you will see in a minute. I'll add at the end every single angle I did and how long it took me to film it. Also, my dog moved my dang tripod and almost ruined my shot, because one other thing I always like to do is for each process I'm doing, each step, I want one angle. I only change angle if it's a brand new step that I'm doing, so I want to make sure everything stays in place. Also, here's that napkin coming in handy again because it spilled over. And the beautiful thing about all of this content creation is you can make it your own. I'm adding greens to my oat milk like I always do for my midday drink of coffee. It's just a great way to get my greens in. I'm obsessed. Also, I had to totally hide the fact that my aesthetic spice cabinet is not so aesthetic at the moment. Labels were all crazy. I had tea sitting on top of my spices, but I moved all that and zoomed in, and nobody can even tell that it looks a little chaotic at the moment because that's not what I chose to show, except on here, because I always got to keep it real with you guys. I care about that way more than I care about you thinking I have my life together and that everything is perfect and easy, because it's not. And I'll link my tripod below. I've been using this one for years. I've had so many other tripods and I always go back to this one. It is a ring light, but I screwed the ring light off and screwed on a separate phone mount, and it just provides so much more flexibility and ease whenever I'm filming content, and I really recommend it. Okay, moving on. I am going to try to cut out the part of the silverware drawer where I don't have silverware there because it was empty, and I noticed that and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll just speed that up in editing. And in this one, I did one where I put the straw in and then I zoomed in and then I stirred it. That is just great for changing angles. There's so many different angles that I change on purpose in order to make it way more entertaining. Then I had one last shot where I'm just like sitting on the couch. So I'm gonna add in the timestamps right now of everything, the camera settings, all the things. Let me know if you have any questions, and stay tuned for the final edited video where you can see the actual coffee after I edited it for hours.